right, good morning. Welcome to the 12 News Connected Desk. I'm Keith Grant. We're going to go over some Texas flooding schemes, donations. Scammers are already going after that, and they're popping up one after another, trying to get your money and not give it to anyone that's a victim of that flooding. And then we'll also have some tips on if you're traveling and you lose something as well. Okay, people in Texas say they have a long road to recovery, with some areas still needing volunteers even, but the recovery can't happen without those donations. And as I mentioned, officials stress that you need to be aware of who you give your money to, preventing it getting into a scammer's hands. Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton has issued a consumer alert warning Texans and all of us to be wary of scams in the aftermath of the floods. The Better Business Bureau says scams they are seeing include fake GoFundMe accounts, fake law enforcement sites, and celebrity imposters online asking people to donate.
They're usually fast to duplicate or mimic real stories, real pictures, create their own pathway to take money and or resources away from the real emergencies.
All right, up next, it's a growing form of fraud in higher education. Criminals creating fake student enrollments. They're using stolen or made-up identities to illegally claim financial aid. Here's Chris Jackman. She breaks down how this scheme works and how you can help prevent it.
Jason Williams is the Assistant Inspector General for Investigations at the U.S. Department of Education's Office of Inspector General. He's warning students, faculties, and parents to be on alert for what investigators call ghost students.
Those students are students that don't exist.
Williams says fraudsters will complete an online application to a college or university using aliases or stolen identities, enrolling in classes once accepted. In the most serious cases, the scammer behind the ghost student will apply for and receive thousands of dollars in financial aid.
You can sometimes have 90% of a class and they're not real students. And so they're turning in assignments, they're responding to questions.
Beyond financial damage, he says this type of fraud can directly impact legitimate students.
Some people, as they're trying to, get your degree in whatever it is, and you're trying to enroll in this course, and it's a hard to get course, and you can only get it that one semester, unfortunately it's full.
One case from the Office of Inspector General happened in Maryland. A former university financial aid advisor was sentenced to 4 years in prison, followed by 3 years of supervised release after pleading guilty to a decade-long fraud scheme.
Where this individual, over 10 years, he had this huge scheme. He was pretending to be over 60 people. And he was one of those ones where people actually got, degrees out of this scheme.
The judge also ordered him to pay back more than $5.6 million. The total outstanding balance on federal student loans he fraudulently took out for himself and others as part of the scheme. Williams says if you suspect ghost students, report it to your school and the U.S. Department of Education's Office of Inspector General. With this Watching Your Wallet, I'm Chris Jackman.
All right, if you lose something while traveling, the BBB says don't try and go and recover it by yourself, especially if you're in an area you've never been to. We'll have tips after the break. Perfect. I feel like a common one here is losing items or credit cards is probably pretty common. When we do that, what should we do? We typically rely on those while we're traveling.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, don't wait till the end. If you lose your passport early on, go to the embassy as soon as you can, or go to where you can get a new copy. You can get emergency copies at a few different places. So make sure to get those right away. Don't wait until the day before. It just makes your trip so much easier when you know how you're going to get home. And then credit card wise, be consistently just checking your credit card information, making sure that the transactions are accurate. You've been making those payments. And even once you get home, check your transactions for the next few days just to make sure that, no fraudulent business or anyone wherever you were at took your credit card information, because that's what happens so often is they'll wait a little bit, a week or two, and then start making some transactions. And by then you don't even recognize it, and they're just slowly taking money out of your account.
I guess any further tips on if you lose like your phone or any other personal items?
Be sure to have Find My iPhone on if you have an iPhone. Also, Apple AirTags are great. They're great to have on your wallet, your suitcases, everything, just so if something does get stolen or you do lose something, it makes it so much easier. Also, notify the local authorities there. If something does get stolen and you're in a country maybe you don't feel super safe in, don't go on a trek to, go and, find your stuff personally, because you don't know where you could be going or where you're ending up. So be sure to notify local authorities and let them know, here's my AirTag, here's my Find My iPhone, this is where I believe that it is. Can you tell me, should I go there? Is there someone that can take me there to help me out? Don't try to do everything on your own.
All right, once again, that was Tristan Gomez with the Better Business Bureau. So we've got right now from the 12 News Connected Desk. Be sure to join us for 12 News starting at 4.